The game of baseball is quite simply broken down as two people playing catch and throwing strikes. That's two people throwing a ball from 60 feet, 6 inches apart over a home plate measuring 17 inches wide. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, for Eastern Illinois redshirt junior pitcher Mike Hoekstra, it has been. Hoekstra, entering his 4th season with the Panthers, led all of NCAA Division I in fewest walks per 9 innings last season, allowing just 5 walks in 67 innings of work on the mound, a new EIU record.
I went out there and threw the way I should every day. I didn't walk anybody. Made my pitching coach pretty happy about that. The velo came back. I was throwing the ball pretty well. Maybe threw a little too many strikes because I gave up a lot of hits, but I'd rather them earn their way on than me walk them on the base.
Hoekstra's stats are pretty mind-numbing for a 6'3" right-hander who throws in the low 90s and is considered one of the Panthers' top players eligible for the Major League Baseball draft in June. In fact, Hoekstra averaged 7.8 strikeouts per walk last season, ending the year with a streak of 27 consecutive innings without issuing a walk. In Ohio Valley Conference play, he was outstanding, issuing just 2 free passes in 43 innings of work.
I really just want to go out there, throw strikes, and let my defense play behind me. I've never been an overpowering pitcher, so I throw the ball down the zone and let them beat it into the grass and let my infielders and outfielders behind me make plays. Really, the mindset I go out there with is that I have to believe that I'm better than everybody that steps in the box. You got to go out there knowing that you're going to throw your best stuff and be able to get them out with it.
That approach is something that EIU pitching coach Skylar Mead says makes Hoekstra one of the best pitchers in the OVC.
The one thing about Mike is that as a pitching coach, I don't have to do a lot with him in terms of reinventing the wheel. It's more tinkering than anything else. He came in here with control. Mike could throw a baseball wherever you ask him to. What you do with a guy like him is just say, okay, you throw your breaking ball this way, let's enhance it. Here's how you got to use this pitch better. And the best thing about Mike, and I've said this to many people, he's the easiest pitcher I've ever had to coach. And maybe he might not end up being a first rounder like a Kerr or even a high pick like a Miller. But the thing about him is he's going to have success beyond here because if you can throw strikes and throw multiple pitches for strikes, hitters will find a way to get themselves out.
Entering the season, Hoekstra was selected as the preseason Ohio Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year, an honor he is working hard to live up to each time he takes to the mound.
I've always thrown strikes. Maybe not that often. Last year it was a lot of fun going out there and throwing every day, throwing every once a week, and just going out there competing and throwing my best stuff and letting them see if they can hit it.
This season, Hoekstra has moved up from being the number 2 and number 3 starter in the Panthers rotation last season to being the frontline starter. In 5 starts this season, Hoekstra has posted a 2-2 record with a team best 3.34 ERA, including 1 OVC Pitcher of the Week award for his complete game win over Memphis. In that contest, Hoekstra struck out 5 batters without allowing a walk as he begins to find his stride.
I think what kind of people don't realize outside of the program is Mike's going to be peaking April and May, unlike other people because we shut him down last fall. First year back from Tommy John, you want to try to limit it. We did that, so his first outing at Southern Miss this year was the first time he'd been on a field competing since last summer. Many people don't know that. Those who do realize, wow, like you saw it at Alabama, you saw it at Memphis, you saw it for 7 of the 7 2/3 the other day against EKU, is that this guy's going to get better and better each start as the year goes on.
In fact, during the Panthers' recent OVC spring break trip, Hoekstra worked 16 innings against Alabama and Memphis, striking out 12 without allowing a walk. However, that success is not taken for granted, as Hoekstra had his promising career almost come to an end as a freshman, when he suffered an elbow injury that also sidelined him for the entire 2009 season.
My elbow is just, I couldn't bear it anymore. It was just bothering me every day. And ended up going and getting an MRI, and results came back, well, I guess you would call it negative, because I had a small tear in my UCL, and I rehabbed it for 4 months, trying to get back healthy without having to go in and go under the knife. And all the feelings came right back, the pain, swelling. So we ended up having surgery in, it was July 24th of '08, and rehabbed and did all my throwing program for the next probably about 16 months, and arm came back as good as new. Mentally, yeah, it took a toll sitting out that long and coming back as strong as I did, and yeah, it was a tough run, but it's all better now. Going out there competing once a week, it's very gratifying to be able to come back out and compete at the level I am.
Losing Mike was tough, but I mean it's harder for the player. I think he mentioned it that yeah, I kind of went through it, so I understand it can be really tough, particularly when your team has a lot of success. You're sitting there and you just want to be a part of it, and you don't get to. So, it was tough for him. He had a couple setbacks during it. It wasn't a smooth recovery. He had some a little bit of behind the elbow issues, not even related to the actual Tommy John. They had to fight through, but in the end, it ended up working out for him, and he was ready for the 2010 season, and of course had a great year.
In the entire process, Hoekstra has followed one simple philosophy that his father Dale told him: never give up on your dreams, even when life throws you a curveball.
I mean, you gotta be honest, everybody in college baseball thinks maybe I can get to that next level. I'm very excited about the draft coming up. I'm finally eligible. I've gotten a year under my belt, a full year under my belt at college level. Let the scouts look if they want to. If not, well, I got one more year of eligibility to come back and play baseball at Eastern Illinois.
He's going to play professional baseball at some point. If it's after this year, of course he has our blessing. He's given us 4 years. If it's after next year, it's going to happen for him. The big thing with Mike, whether it's 2011 he starts, 2012, is he's going to go right in, and an organization knows what they're going to get. They're going to get a guy that is going to go out and compete, be a good starter for them, give them a lot of innings, and is healthy. Not a lot of guys are able to do the things he can with controlling the running game. He's gotten better at fielding his position. Obviously the velo's increased. So, when he does, we'll be excited to see how he performs, because I think he's a guy that will actually be better in professional baseball once the wood bat gets in guys' hands.
While the thoughts of a post-EIU career in baseball are always hanging out there, the former All-Area Baseball selection from Lansing, Illinois, knows that this Panthers team still has plenty more to expect from him this season.
I just got to go out there, keep throwing strikes, and we got to just let them keep playing defense behind me. I believe Alabama and Memphis, they got us ready for the conference start, because they were pretty good competition, and they just got our mindset that we have to go out there and battle just as hard as we did against Alabama and Memphis, against everybody in conference in this upcoming year.